Warning, the following show features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, everything spicy and the producers must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any stunt or activity performed on this show. Good evening. Hello, everyone. It is Monday night. Time for Everything Spicy. Good to see everyone, man. Monday night. It means you got through your weekend. Means you got your week started. And wow. Good things going on. Good things tonight. So, Michigan, the lovely state of Michigan. Man, it was cold as hell today. Today we had some it was still snowing, man. We got some snow today, and that wind, the snow was going sideways at one point in time today. Man, oh man, it is. I wish spring would get here sooner than later, man. This seems like it's taken forever for springtime to get here. You get a warm day or two, and you think you're turning the corner. I start planning these outside spring activities. Clean up the yard, do this, do that. Got the last weekend, I got the chainsaw out, got it all cleaned up, made sure everything was operating, got it started up to make sure everything works good. I'm all ready to go out there and, tear some stuff up, and, weather following weekend turns to crap. So, I don't know, man. And then, of course, I wake up this morning, and first thing I see on my phone is Chris Rock and Will Smith. I mean, I don't know if y'all had seen this or not. What's up, Jerry? How you doing? What's up, Travis? How you doing? I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but yeah, you unless you were living in a bubble today, you know what's going on, right? You know that Chris Rock and Will Smith got into an altercation. It was an altercation. No, Chris Rock got his face smacked. So Chris Rock. Yeah, Chris Rock. I got it. Earlier, I was talking to Samantha and kept saying Kid Rock. And it's like, no. Different. And we're going to talk about that, Peggy, because I have a difference of opinion than you do. So that's a lot of times what will bring out conversation, and conversations on things like this is, old day of defending your woman's honor. I don't think there's anything, personally, don't think there's anything wrong with that. So, hey, let's say hi to people in the chat, shall we? We'll start off with Kimberly Ferris. She's the first one to comment. Good to see you, Kimberly Ferris. Good to see you. Joe W. Life Adventures. Don't slap me, Phil. I would never slap you, Joe. You're too far away to slap. No, I wouldn't. Even though I met you in person, Joe, would never slap you. You've been around since almost the beginning of my channel. So I can remember back in the day, Joe W. Life Adventures came over from an LAB straight. Yeah, LAB's actually raided my channel one time. I was doing something super spicy, and someone turned him on, or he turned it, whatever. And Joe W., along with a lot of other people, came over and raided the channel. And Joe W. is one of the guys that stuck around. And then we got Ginger Locks. We got Peggy. What's up, Peggy? Good to see you. And Ginger Locks, or Peggy, this is her niche, right? All this stuff going on television, and the Bachelor and the Bachelorette and the this and the that and all. I don't want to call it gossip, but maybe that's what you would call it, is all the little goings on of celebrities and all the stuff, those kind of programs and stuff. So good to see you, Peggy. Newfoundlander Ingalls family, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you. We got CB Unglesby is in the house. What's up, CB? Good to see you. Samantha Lee is here. She's hanging out down in the basement, waiting to be brought up here shortly. It's been a Chris Rock, Will Smith kind of Monday. Oh, yeah, it has. We got Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic. We got Travis hanging out with us tonight. Good to see you, Travis. Jerry K is in the house. What's up, Jerry? Good to see you. Got Axe and Nacho. I was so pleased. Another thing I saw on my phone this morning, so I'm scrolling through my phone. I went over to TikTok, and Nacho did the face thing and copied me in it, or did a duet. And I was like, now Now I'm happy. So I want to thank her for that. It was kind of cool. We got Funky Uncle John is here. John Ross is in the house. What's up, John Ross? Good to see you. We got Twisted Art Lady, the other Samantha. I don't know if we want to refer to her as the other Samantha. Our team of Samanthas. Other Samantha. I don't know how to make that sound any better or any worse than I just did. We got Peppers in Kentucky Living is in the house. What's up, Peppers? How you doing? And of course, that's what I was seeing earlier. Peggy says Will is in the wrong, and that's what I want to kind of understand from people. What other people are thinking these days, right? What are we all thinking about? What's going on here? We're going to bring the other folks up here shortly, and then we'll go over that. We got King Bluto is in the house. What's up, King Bluto? Good to see you. Roman is in the house. Roman, if you want to come hang out, I did not send you the thing. I sent it just to the group and forgot to individually send stuff out. So you know what? Tonight is going to be one of those nights. I'm going to actually put this in the chat because I want to get people up here to talk about this. So I want to get people up here to talk about this. I want to get other people's opinion because I'm of the opinion that Will Smith was defending his wife's honor and that this was not the first time pulp culture is her thing. And this is not the first time that Chris Rock has gone after not Will Smith, but Jada Pinkett Smith. So, let's see who else we got in here. I didn't miss anybody. Axon Nacho almost got to hit thumbs up. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. Share us out. The algorithms, analytics, they all like that stuff, man. The goddamn bacon. Oh, I didn't watch. Don't get me wrong, goddamn bacon. I didn't watch the Oscars, okay? I haven't watched the Oscars, the Grammys, any of that crap in a long freaking time. So don't get me wrong. I don't watch any of that crap. So Justin Anderson is in the house. What's up, Justin Anderson? Good to see you. Donald Morris is here. Phil, they fake that. Any dude smacks a dude like a chick, it's on, bro. I thought that too. But the more it was in the news today, the more I reviewed it, the more violence is never right. Well, again, 21090 is here. What's up, Todd? I assume that's Todd. It's usually Todd. What's up, Todd? Good to see you, man. Matt J is in the house. What's up, Matt J? Good to see you, man. Was he defending his wife's honor? Yeah. That's what I believe. And then we got Bourbon Bounty is in the house. What's up, Bourbon Bounty? Good to see you, my friend. I got some hot dogs. There, you need some popcorn for a show like that, right? So I've got intros for one person, and then we're just going to bring the other folks up. So let's go to go scroll down. Here we go.
Anna, Elsa, Christoph, Sven, Samantha. I didn't even know it's Samantha. Samantha, ready.
Hello, Samantha.
Hi.
How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Good. I just say that because I know how you're doing tonight because I've already talked to you. But everybody else knows how you're doing tonight. So.
Yeah.
Oh, so we talked about some things a little bit, and that's tonight's topic. I think a lot of people are interested in tonight's topic. So
yeah,
I definitely do. So we're just going to pop the other three people up. 1, 2,
hey Justin,
and 3. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Robert, good to see you. I've seen Robert over on someone else's, so I'm going to take a chance on Robert tonight and bring him up on panel. Even though I don't know much about Robert, I'm taking a chance on it. How you doing tonight, Robert?
I'm doing good.
Good. Maddie Spice says, I came in to slap the button. So there you go. New York Outcast, what's up, man? How you doing? All right. So what do you guys in the chat, you guys up on panel. Samantha, since you and I have we really didn't talk about this topic a lot. What's your thought process about what happened with AX last night?
you're gonna have to skip me.
Oh yeah,
Come back. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Twisted Art Lady Samantha.
I have different feelings about it. Mostly, I feel like I don't care.
Okay.
But also, I feel like what Roman said, violence is never the answer. But then again, I think if you know that you're opening your mouth and running your mouth about someone's chick, like they might get up and hit you. So that was maybe not well played on his part.
You know,
I
and
think
again,
that cause and effect is a real thing, and that's not to say that Will was right, but at the same time, it's like cause and effect is a real thing.
Yeah.
Personally, I kind of don't really give a flying fuck about it.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it
I
live.
did. I got to
but-
see. I got to see all the crap that hit him when he literally went up there and slapped Chris
mean,
I
Rock.
didn't
personally,
even know this happened till
I,
now. So that's
I
why.
thought it, me personally, I thought it was fake, and I had to
There's
do a
a
lot
part
of.
of me that thinks it's fake
There's
too.
a lot. I had to look at a lot of videos and get a lot of people to see a lot of stuff on the news today to try to figure out if it was fake or real.
Fake.
Stunts on the Oscars is not really a new thing, you know.
Yeah,
Personally, I think
I'm gonna look Funky Uncle John, and I'm gonna judge too. 1 second.
yeah.
but to sit back in his seat twice and yell what he did in the Oscars and make that place go completely silent. Now that to me that's not fake. You don't sit there and scream that out. There's no way. And then
and another thing that he did, it was mostly Chris Rock's fault because he was what was that G.I. Jane movie when he said G.I. Jane 2, and a lot of people were laughing because it was a joke.
See, that's why I think it was fake. That was a
Yes.
joke. This is Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me give my spiel here.
Okay.
I think it was completely fake. I think it's completely fabricated. Let's be real. Nobody farts up there unless it's orchestrated and it's produced. And reality is when it was just too smooth and clean. It was an easy joke. There was nothing offensive about it. And this is Chris Rock. You're expecting him to be offensive. And that was a light joke. No reason for anybody to get upset at that. And this is Hollywood. Like, you're getting roasted on a 24-hour basis on social media. If you get upset at a production where you know you're supposed to behave and you get up and slap somebody, it looked fake. Even the slap didn't look that hard. And remember,
He had a smirk while walking away, so I think that was planned.
This is a whole building filled with actors.
Yeah.
Okay, keep in mind the Oscars have been constantly losing viewers every single year, and they have to do something because nobody watches it. People go back and watch what happened last night. They watch it on Entertainment Tonight or whatever, the highlights. So they want to keep the ball rolling. So I don't think it was real. I think
I'll tell you this, Alex. To me, it is all bullshit. It has all been bullshit from the beginning, and a lot of people don't realize these guys are doing it just to give each other a high five and stuff like that. That joke, even knowing he will literally went up there and start slapping him, and he goes right back to him down.
Like, if that was real, Chris Rock would have been really knocked out. If that did happen, if that was real, Chris Rock would have been belting the jokes off about Jada Pinkett. He would have been rock. That was easy. That was nothing for him. This is Chris Rock.
You don't think that the look that Jada gave Chris Rock and then turned to Will and gave him kind of the same dagger eye look, you don't think that triggered?
I think it might have been like I was watching that part. He looks serious actually when he's sitting down again, He looks like he's not freaking joking, people. And she had alopecia. She had to shave her head because of it. I mean, she had serious medical stuff she's dealing with. He probably did take it seriously, got triggered, and freaking went off. Maybe he was having a bad day. But I don't think it's fake right now.
I think it's a bunch of
I've
good,
seen the whole
good,
thing.
I
good
don't know.
old
But
actors.
people saying violence is never the whatever. If
Yeah,
somebody
Chris
starts
Rock
talking
was asked
about
about
my
it later,
wife, I'll
and
kick
he
you in
won't
the nuts,
comment. So
you know.
he would say it was
so-
a joke.
Me as a wife, okay, here's me as a wife. I would not be happy with my husband if he went and hit someone for talking shit about me.
Oh, I ain't
But
gonna hit him.
and
I'm
that's
gonna
in
kick
front
him
of
in the nuts.
everyone. Privately though, he's gonna
Yeah.
have a good night.
Like I remember back in the day.
So you want your man to go to jail because somebody made a joke about you.
Well, you remember
Absolutely
back
not.
in the day when Michael J. Fox came out when he had Parkinson's disease, and he was in the Oscar crowd, I think it was, and somebody made fun of him shaking, and his biggest reaction was, and it was big in the news, is he flipped the guy off, and that made the news. It was huge.
Yeah,
Well, I know
see,
it's what I was
that was
looking at
totally different.
today.
That's a totally
is
different
nobody
thing.
made a big deal about this
Yeah,
shit.
but it
all
wasn't.
day
It
long.
was like if
Yeah,
anybody
just-
had a right to get up and smack at somebody, it would be for making somebody for actually having like Parkinson's or something like that.
But I didn't hear U.S. News and World Report talking about how somebody wasn't going to file charges or whatever. This was all fucking staged.
It looked to me.
I really don't know.
I'm
I mean,
sorry, if you
piece
get
me
slapped
thinks
on
that, I
stage,
don't
then you
think
go
so.
and press charges. You're a pussy. If you get open-handed slapped on stage and you're gonna press charges, you're a pussy.
That's the other thing is an open-handed slap.
Slapped anyway. You're a pussy. Period.
You're getting you're getting an assault charge anyway. If you're really holding your woman's honor, you close that fist up and you give him a man hit. You hit
Right,
him.
if you're gonna do it, do it.
Yeah.
Like that was like you dirty talk about my girl that way. Oh no, you didn't.
Oh, stop it! I'm just gonna smack you. I'm just gonna smack it, smack it, smack it.
Right.
Smack you hard.
Boy, you get him, you give it to him like a man. Like I don't know what that was. I was like, what are you doing?
Well,
Of course, he's not gonna press charges after that. It was just an open-handed smack and whatever. Yeah, of course he's not gonna press charges. But I mean, even if it was real and all that, I mean, Chris Rock for not fighting back, for not going back at him, I think was very honorable, and I think that deserves respect to me. In my mind.
I'll tell you.
I think
I'll
when
tell you this.
Jada Smith looked
I
at him and looked at Will, and Will got up on stage, I think he knew he had fucked up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he was willing to stand there. I don't know. I don't think he thought Will would hit him, but I figured he was going to take whatever punishment was going to be handed out, whether it was giving him a hard time. Or and he had no clue. Again, I don't believe that this was staged. I think it was a poor choice. I think even they're talking about now. They're talking about Chris Rock says he had no idea that Jada for the last 4 years has had alopecia. Well,
It's been well in the news.
that's exactly. How do you not know
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
But
Will
if
laughed
you
in the
don't
first
follow
place. Will laughed
Jada, if
after
you don't
the
follow
joke.
Jada Pinkett Smith, how would you know?
I mean,
Yeah,
Will
I
laughed
didn't,
after
I
the
didn't
joke.
know, but I don't
I don't follow her,
celebrities.
but I knew that.
We all saw him
There's a
laugh.
lot
think-
of people I know
You
that
think
didn't know it.
celebrities know celebrities, right?
But celebrities watch less news than we do. They don't want to watch that crap.
Lone Star, nice.
What's up, Lone Star? How you doing, man?
Hey,
You know,
Gary.
a lot of times you see these stars, they're always friends at the very end. They're always gonna literally say, "Hey, I bet you anything." Chris really did apologize to these.
He didn't apologize
Jada and-
to him up on stage. He apologized to everybody but Chris Rock when he got his award.
I think they all took their $1 million check and went home and laughed at everybody.
Well,
Well, that upset me that he didn't apologize. He didn't say anything about the incident. That he's up there crying and bawling and being a little fucking baby pussy. Fuck that guy. I mean, he didn't say shit
I
about
know.
the incident. That whole thing pissed me off. I'm just like, dude,
Personally, I didn't even watch it. I didn't really care for the Oscars and stuff like that.
none of
Heck,
us watched it.
I saw
Peggy probably
later
watched
on
it.
news
Oscars.
reports.
No, I didn't watch.
No, you
I'm
didn't
not
watch
a
it.
fan of
Okay.
the Oscars, but I saw it this morning, and I've watched it quite a few times, and I've made my own personal, I guess, opinions about it. But my thought is, Chris Rock didn't see it coming. He knew it was Will, but I don't think he ever saw Will literally striking back to hit him. And Will walked up. Will walked up there very casually, as if he doesn't even know this is even coming, and he didn't.
No.
Well, it was a funny thing
So how could they?
because Chris Rock called him by his middle name. He called him Richard when he was coming up on stage. He called him Richard.
But
So
Richard
you know
is
they're
also the person that he's playing in the movie that he just won the Oscar for.
Mm-hmm. King Richard.
King Richard.
See, I think it's 390 stars who just got a big publicity punch where a whole bunch of people are now talking about them.
Yeah,
that
but that's
nobody
bad
really
publicity, isn't
This
it?
is
Why are
really
we even talking about this
in
shit?
Hollywood.
Why the fuck are we even talking about this shit? I mean, really, honestly.
honestly the only person I think who could benefit from last night would be Chris Rock. That's the only one.
I'll tell you this. I've seen videos where all of a sudden a video of him, you bitch fat, slap me.
Well, you know what?
And he started,
Here's my opinion on this, okay? And I've been watching things like this for a long time. Not just what goes on there, but what you watch on YouTube, TikTok, it's on social media, and it's all these people. It's like the keyboard warriors. It's all these people that think that they can push and poke. It's like the little dog and the big dog, right?
Yep.
They're on opposite sides of the fence, and a little dog gets up there and he just yaps because he knows that big dog can't get him. All right, that big dog can't do nothing about it, and he just yips and yips and yips, and he hikes his leg up and pisses on the face of the big dog, and the big dog can't do nothing about it. Then one day the big dog gets on that other side of the fence.
I think it was convenient that he said right afterwards, he says, I think we just witnessed one of the greatest events in TV history.
And he wasn't wrong.
No.
Yeah, but that just sounds so staged to me.
And that's what should make you believe that it really wasn't staged. I mean,
that makes me believe it really was staged.
To look at the disbelief on Chris's eyes, and he almost said, like, there's so many things he could have done, but he didn't, because he just let it go. And as he sat there and screamed, keep your effing name keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth. That's run by Disney and ABC. Those people do not take to that very kindly by throwing the F-bomb around during prime time.
They're changing I just watched a documentary on how they're changing. You can drop 1 or 2 F-bombs and still be PG-13.
They don't care about morals.
But that's not on your major. That's not on your major network places like FX, FXX, MTV. Absolutely, you're not going to see that on ABC, NBC, CBS.
They had the Tom and Pam thing on.
I'm gonna have to disagree with Ginger.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. I seen every word said on television every time.
Not national television though.
Hey Phil, check the group chat.
Cable TV, yes.
No, even on like CBS, NBC. I seen
in regards to what are you talking about? What did you see? What were you seeing?
Like some people saying the son of a bitch and stuff like that and everything else.
All right. Well, the word bitch has become honestly as bad as saying the word crap. That's the truth. I'll give you that point. But what I'm saying is the F-bomb is not dropped on that.
I even heard a few times on over-the-air television too. A lot of people don't think it's coming. It's been going this way every time.
It's not on major network news. It's not. They
can't.
They still get fined by the FCC.
Yeah, they have FCC
laws.
Raven, I'm sorry, but you're not correct.
You think I may not be correct, but you just got to literally see and listen, because
Well, go look up
the
FCC laws.
the FCC is now lightening their restrictions
I'm
on
sure.
certain words that you can say
I'm
on
sure.
television too.
But there's guidelines. You got to fit into the guidelines. That would have never fit into the top national media guidelines. It just
It's
wouldn't
the
have.
same for radio stations.
I don't think it worked out for them. I think because we're sitting here talking about this, debating over whether it was real or not, and no one really, there was no big news over it today. There was a couple of memes that came out about like the.
Oh,
Where are
the
you
memes are
watching,
fire.
T?
The
I'm
memes
seeing
are
it
fucking
everywhere.
fire.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
seeing
news of it everywhere.
well, but
there's
it's
news
not
of
like huge. I mean, no one
Really,
like.
it's like that's all I've heard about all day.
Let's,
I'm
And
let's
sorry,
take it
but
back.
a sl-
Let's take it back to the Super Bowl. Let's take it back to the Super Bowl. Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
all right,
Was
that's
that
2004.
staged?
Now we're good. That was
That's-
not staged.
what-
No,
That was not staged.
no. Why? Because someone lost a career completely over that, to a point where she wasn't able to rebound. Justin Timberlake didn't get anything, but Janet Jackson did.
It was her move.
It was her. It was, and it was supposed to be her show. Justin was supposed to be just the extra singer.
Well, just because it turned out badly doesn't mean it wasn't staged.
I think it just backfired.
But
on
here's
her.
my
Yeah, I
here's,
think so.
But here's my question. This happened in apparently like somewhere in the middle of the night. What would help for that to be staged for Chris Rock to throw a G.I. Jane out at someone who shaved her head? Maybe he did not know he did not know she had alopecia. But it was, when it comes to these type of celebrities, and as Will said last night, they are meant to take the joke and take it with a smile on their face. You're paid that big money. So where in the middle of the night would have benefited anybody for him to come in and slug it? Anybody to grab attention, because I certainly didn't know
Oscars
about
views
it
did
till
go
this
up by
morning.
8 million views within
Right,
2 minutes
it's
of
the
that happening.
Oscar. Their ratings whores. That's all they care about. And the Oscars have been
8
dropping
million views in 2
year
minutes
over
after that
year
happened.
over year.
And I
They're
tell you,
trying-
Will Smith loves ratings too. He loves being in the news.
Got us talking about it, didn't it?
Yeah,
Not
and
everybody
they're still
really
sitting there
talking about
this
it.
fake ass shit,
You're
but
right,
it's
Roman.
all fake.
Phil, do you
I
have a
don't
clip
think
of
it
it?
was fake. I
Does
mean, I've
anybody have
seen
a
it
clip
time
of
and
it
time.
we
I've
can
seen
throw
it in
up?
slow motion. I don't.
Yeah,
I
fake
don't think it was
wrestling.
No,
fake.
I think like Will walked up there
You're
and
right,
even
Vanessa.
throw him off, because that slap was almost like a step back slap, because the way he put his hand back first didn't look like he meant to hit anything, and then like he's really stepped back, then he hit hard, and
See,
his face went back.
I'd like to
Just because he swings like a
Oh.
bitch doesn't mean he didn't intend to swing.
Yeah, but if
Like
it,
a-
yeah,
like
like
a
think
real
about
man.
it.
But
Think
this is
about
the
it.
guy
If you-
who
if you-
trained to be Ali. This guy trained.
I
to
know, but
how
think
to
about
fight.
it. Yeah, but that's not for camera. That's for show. That's for a
True.
movie. You think about it. If you're going on stage in front of freaking entire world practically, and on freaking air, and you're gonna slap somebody in public, you might just stall for a second and think about it before you do it, and it's like, is this really what? All right, I guess I'm doing this.
And I
you
guess-
might just kind of hesitate for a second.
And I guess
be
for
like,
me, Will Smith has really hammered the way to try to pave his way as a clean rapper and everything else. And he's really worked very hard on his image to let it go for 1 second on the
Yeah.
Oscars.
But
That's
he
all.
did do that.
He
You had
did.
to think about it. Sit there and say, "Am I going to hit this guy with a real fist, or am I going to just bitch slap him?"
open hand slapping.
What about the point where you got to let comedians be comedians and you got to let them have their free speech? So you
Totally.
Well,
gotta
just
let-
because you're a funny
Totally
person
with you.
doesn't mean that there's no repercussion.
I don't know
And
if I've
she's
broken
right as
that
well.
line,
Well,
and I'm already.
did we let what's her name with Donald Trump's head just be a comedian, or was that over the line?
That was
Well, I
right.
mean, meet me out back. Meet me out back, and we'll talk about it later. But jokes on stage, just leave me alone. Let me tell my jokes. I got my audience, whether it's your audience or
But
not.
it was a harmless joke, I thought,
That-
for someone
that-
who I suffer
that's
from
not a comedy
multiple
club.
autoimmune diseases, and
It is.
never would ever I
Oscars
expect
have-
my husband to get
the
up and
Oscars
slap
have been
somebody.
the Oscars have been a comedy club for years. I mean,
The
people have been
comedy-
getting on
comedy
stage
club
and
people-
slamming other comedians or other actors for years. They've been roasting other actors for years in the Oscars.
So then they've been
This
talking-
happens every
so then
year.
In the Oscars, they talk about Michael J. Fox and his Parkinson's as a joke.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
I
they
mean,
don't.
it's
That's
No,
not a
they
joke.
No,
did.
they
Did when
don't.
it came out. When he
They
first-
did.
No, not when he came out. They didn't make fun of Michael J. Fox's. You saw
I've heard
all the
jokes about
memes
Michael J.
and all the
Fox.
mean people on social media. We didn't see actors and comedians up there making fun about Michael J. Fox's Parkinson's. Did you?
No, I
Yes.
never did.
Yeah.
That's when Michael J. Fox flipped the guys back off at the Golden Globes.
That's all
Because
he
Yeah.
did.
somebody
He get
made a
his
joke
head up.
about Parkinson's,
Yeah, he just
and that
flipped
made a
him
big
off.
deal on the news.
I didn't see that. So,
Me,
Making
I didn't
fun of
either.
Health is bullshit.
well, Michael J. Fox
No.
wasn't going up there and punching anybody. Was
I'm
he?
just saying,
No.
if you've crossed that line of anger, where you're at the Oscars and you're a high paid actor, and you've crossed that line of anger where you've gotten out of your seat and you're marching up there to hit somebody, you don't bitch slap them. I'm sorry. You go up there, you're angry. You're as angry as you're ever
You
going to be
close
in your
that fist,
entire
right.
life. He was he will never be more angry than
If
he
you're
was on
that
that stage.
mad and
It
you're
was
doing
right.
it,
You hit that guy with everything you got.
Yeah, you fucking disrespect my wife. I'm coming guns blazing, man. I'm
But if
coming.
you work
If
for
he's
something
that
like
angry and
the,
that's all he gives you is that, wow.
but if you work for a beast like Hollywood, do you take it or do you move on? Because in that business, if you don't take it where they want you to take it, then you get blackballed.
The question is, does he need another paycheck?
I
Like
think
you and I need our next paycheck. You and I need our next paycheck. We are waiting. We know when our next payday is.
No,
Think
whatever
worse
they
than
do
that,
doesn't
no,
affect my
He
paycheck
does
one
not-
way or another.
He does not give a fuck about where his next paycheck's coming from. He's set for life. The guy can shut
Yeah, he
down
is.
and never do anything ever again and
And
be
set his
just
kids
fine.
up.
You and I, we got to worry about where our next paycheck is coming from. So you and I got to worry about our reaction to that scenario. And I would still go up there and just fucking be tossing, throw punches. If I was really that pissed off, I would be up there throwing punches and fucking, my ass would be in jail.
Yeah. Or find him
And-
after the show and beat him up. Whatever.
I'd lose my job, and I would, I'd have to rethink my whole fucking life after I get out of jail.
And see, Will made that move, and he shouldn't be able to make that move without any kind of repercussion. But unfortunately, if Hollywood isn't going to give him a repercussion, which they are now, they're going to look into this, whether or not he's been slapped. Like, I don't know what that the whole review is. Let's just review it for our eyes. He was slapped for a ridiculously tame joke that Will Smith couldn't handle at that moment for whatever reason. And
Well, Jada couldn't handle it because he started laughing at the beginning.
he was
of it.
laughing, and I
then when
saw,
she
I saw
sent
the eye
daggers
roll.
to the stage,
Mhm.
and then she sent daggers to him, then he felt necessary, like, oh well, now he's really upset her. So I think he was willing to just kind of laugh it off, but I think she's the one that kind of gave him the
I
look
agree.
and everything else.
I
think that's
agree.
what triggered him.
I agree with you
I
completely.
think he was completely
there.
triggered.
Yep.
And Chris ain't gonna be
Had
a
it been
bitch.
planned-
Okay.
Had it been planned when the joke was over, he wouldn't have been sitting there laughing. Had it
Yeah.
been planned when the joke finished, he would have gotten up out of his seat and walked up there. That's not how it went. There was
Yeah.
a good
And
10
there would have
seconds.
been a jovially like tone in the voice where it was keep my wife's name out of your mouth if it was some kind of joke. No, but it actually went like when he said it twice, he went like 2 octaves even higher. And that just like proves the anger in his voice.
Are you a vocal coach?
Yes, I am.
Katie,
No, I'm not.
Katie, I would hope that you would like your husband to defend your honor, whether it's someone making a crude joke in a bar, crude joke at one of your eating things. I would hope that you would want your husband to defend your honor.
Not in that manner.
So
I
Well,
just
I
think
mean,
I just see the irony in
I
it.
guess I'm old
I'm not
school.
going to jail over that shit.
I don't know, man. It's just like, who gives a flying flippy hoopty fuck?
See,
We're-
that's what's great about
Exactly.
it.
That's the topic of the night.
It's like,
Jody.
what the hell?
I know
Chris
it's been the
Rock ain't
topic
gonna
of
put up.
24 hours.
Chris Rock ain't gonna
So,
put up with that bullshit.
Here's
Chris
the
Rock
problem.
doesn't care.
It wasn't
Chris
even an
Rock,
alopecia joke. It wasn't even an alopecia
it
joke.
wasn't.
Well,
It was
You're
just
right,
was-
and it
it
wasn't. I
wasn't-
don't think
No,
they
it's
knew.
not even that. It's deeper than that. It was about Demi Moore, who played G.I. Jane, who cheated on her husband with a much younger guy, and he was comparing her to Demi Moore. That's what it was. And Will Smith got pissed.
I think that's way too deep. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think he was going that deep with
That
it.
was
but-
way too deep.
It
I don't know
works.
if you keep it simple and you look at it, it's a bunch of actors who are being
Okay.
judged and giving awards at an
To
actors
the rich being
awards
rich.
at the
Exactly.
actors award ceremony, and you're saying, it looked too real. They're
So you wanna-
actors.
If you
Really,
want to say,
really good ones.
so all y'all say that you would have gone out there and punched them and defended your girl's honor or whatever.
If
I
I
wouldn't have been at
You
the
know, let me
damn
tell you
office.
exactly how I would have gained respect for Will Smith. If he would have walked up there, whispered in his ear, and said, "Hey, man, that's too far. I think you need to apologize." That's all he had to
Exactly.
do.
Absolutely.
Once you lay hands, there's I don't believe
1000%.
that is anything
Absolutely.
that need to lay hands on. And if
No.
you are sitting there and saying that you would go on stage and punch
Yes.
somebody because they
Yep.
said that,
I'm
then
right
you
there
are
with you.
you're wrong too, and you should go to jail. You should
Yeah,
get
We're
arrested
sure.
if you do
saying
that
like
shit.
she's got a disease. I really think you overstepped your boundaries. Maybe
Who's
you
your
should
son? You've
apologize.
raised kids, haven't you?
And then I would have gained respect for him for that, but he lost a lot of respect last night. With that.
He lost a
Absolutely.
lot
I
of
would've
respect from a lot
totally-
of people.
I would have
Yeah.
totally.
No, and I wasn't saying
Like he had to be the
that-
bigger man. He had to
I
be the
wasn't
bigger
saying that I would have done it, but if you are going to hit somebody, if it came to that point, it's what I was saying. You don't slap somebody. You knock the fuck out of them.
Well, I don't know. Culturally,
Yeah, you
somebody
give 'em that
bitch slapping somebody in their face is like more
But on
disrespectful
it is
live
an
to them.
insult.
than
TV
It is
that's
an
punching them.
insult.
televised around the world when you're known for being the cleanest guy in the business.
Well, hell, but he just slapped somebody. He laid hands
Hey,
on
do
him.
you,
If I'm
do you know
gonna
how
lay hands
more
on-
embarrassed I would
if
be
it-
if I got
if-
slapped on
if it
stage
got
and
to
someone
that
came and
point.
knocked me the fuck out? I'd be embarrassed as shit if I got bitch slapped on stage.
If I was Chris
Yeah.
Rock, I would have been like, man, I imagine she hits harder than you.
No, I have to. In my opinion, though, just like real quick, I don't want to, but I actually have to say I respect Chris Rock way more. Why? Because he actually sat there and said, like, he could have probably murdered him with his words and her if he really wanted to, but he didn't. He didn't even have to use a fist. He could have really verbalized words and made it way worse, but he chose not to. That's
I
all.
wish he would have.
He manned up. He manned up.
It's another publicity, or it could be another publicity stunt just to get your freaking attention off of the real problems in the fucking world
Yeah.
too.
Make
Who
people
fucking
do
knows? Who
lots of
cares?
Very true.
about it.
It's
Yeah.
you know like
Isn't it
yeah.
just possible that a man for a brief moment got pissed off and and actually went? I mean, do we have to think that this guy
That everything's so
that's a human,
staged.
that's a human being, that's a man who's married to a
I don't
beautiful
know.
woman?
Will Smith.
and
Will
someone-
Smith's been broken for like 2 years. Ever since this stuff came out that their open marriage and everything went blasted out, like he's been a broken man. This might have been the last straw for him.
No, King
Okay.
Richard was a really good movie.
And his last
I
straw
liked it.
was an open.
A lot of people like that.
No, that
movie,
pushed him over
too.
the edge to actually do something. I mean, he's
Well,
usually the guy. I mean, there's memes of him just crying. Okay, maybe this was the last time where he's like, "No, I'm just not doing anymore." Or maybe Jada was like, "If you don't do this, I'm going to cheat on you again."
Well,
don't know.
I don't know if you all heard this, but he is going to come out speaking on the red table. This is what I heard. I don't know if it's 100% true, but that's what I heard.
On the what?
That's Jada Pinkett's talk on Facebook.
It's yeah,
called The
she's
Red
got a
Table.
talk show called The Red Table. Yeah.
I think it's a bunch of noise, but whatever.
He should go on the
think
View.
I've
They'd
just
love
now
it.
heard of it. So
What were you gonna say, Phil?
I don't really care. I don't really
No,
care
me-
for
me
the.
personally. I get sick and tired, and I'm a tall guy. I haven't always been fat. I'm a tall guy, but I had an altercation with a shorter person when I was in elementary school, and it finally got to the point where I was looking like a punk. He was. It was the point that he was pushing me around, and I felt I had to decking. Now, this was in school. Now, we are good friends today. No, we're not neighbors or nothing. He's in Florida. I'm here. We're good friends today because of that altercation. And you know what? That's how us boys, and not so much the girls, that's how us boys used to handle stuff when
And
we were in
some of us
elementary
girls did
school.
too, just so
Okay,
you
and some
know.
of the girls did too.
Yeah.
Mostly us boys, but that's how we handled stuff, and that's how we handled things. And I think we've gotten away from that. I think we've gotten away from, now should everybody be punching everybody out? No. I mean,
No.
but the fact that people can screw with your livelihood, and I'm not talking about this situation, okay, with Will, but the fact that someone can screw with you, all this woke stuff that goes on, all this other stuff that people can screw with you and get completely away with it
Yep.
without any kind of consequences or without any kind of retaliation from you. And you got to just stand there and take it. You have just got to, you know what? I'll keep my hand, I'll smile, I'll shake my head, and I'm going to take it. You know what? There are times that I am tired of just taking people's crap when I can do something about it and maybe hitting somebody, and I haven't hit anybody in a really long time, but maybe hitting somebody would, get that person to realize, and you know what, you can't get up in the bigger person's face or the smaller person. You can't get up that person's face and stick your finger in their chest and tell them what you think, and you can just sit there and jab and jab and jab.
Exactly.
And,
I'm with
and
you.
not have someone punch you in your mouth.
Mhm.
Come on down here. Come on down here, Phil. Let's start a fight club.
And I think that's what's happened because in 2015, Chris Rock made a tasteless joke against Jada Pinkett Smith, and I don't know what it was because I didn't watch it, but they were talking about it. When you keep poking somebody, eventually they're either going to back down and they're just going to be a punk, or they're going to poke back. Because I think if you allow someone continually poke at you and poke at you and poke at you, and you can't
You're gonna
fight
break.
back at them, you're gonna get sick and tired of being poked, and you're going to punch them in the mouth. And I think at that point they deserve it.
I think on the most
Jeremy
genuinely
Oscar, though, I mean, can't you call that guy? I mean, I guarantee they have each other's numbers. They're fucking rich people. I guarantee they got each other's fucking numbers.
Maybe they don't
call
like each other. Maybe they don't. I mean, you just think they all love each other. Maybe they don't like each other.
Well,
Oh, there got to be plenty of them that don't like each other.
gotta
Think
be
about
like,
people who are at a normal workplace.
hey,
Okay,
meet me behind Ben's bar on the corner.
has anybody
tomorrow.
gotten hit on a roast?
No.
No, but you're
No.
at a roast.
Okay, but you've seen those faces when they're roasting people. Their faces genuinely look like they're going to get up and punch, but they can refrain themselves.
But yeah, no one's ever hit Ricky Gervais.
But you know what? Why do comedians like roast? Why do they? Because they can say anything. They can be racist. They can be sexist. They can be homophobic. They use it all.
Like
in
the
a
David
roast.
Hasselhoff roast. I don't know if anybody's seen that. Where
Yeah,
they
I
started
saw
talking. This was right after his cheeseburger incident. Remember
That was a great.
roast?
That was a great roast.
That was a great roast, and
Anthony Jeselnik just destroyed him.
he was. You could see him ready to absolutely lose it, and he's got the big fake smile going and all that stuff. And you could, if anybody's going to get punched out, you'd think it would have been at a roast.
You have to look at their eyes because some of these people literally, you think they're going to get away with it. They're not always getting away with it because right now everything's going like this cancel culture and stuff like that, and you see most comedians being canceled.
Well, I think we're talking about an actual
Speaking of
roast
roasts,
where
speaking of roasts, I watched one last night that was actually really fucking funny. It was the roast of Alec Baldwin.
That's a good one.
I died laughing.
I have
Like,
found them all funny.
they're funny as shit. But you know what? What I was going to say though is
so
like
funny because they cross the line.
Yeah,
But Chris Rock is what I
cross the
would
line.
categorize as a roast comedian. Like he goes up there a lot, and you're expected to get made fun of. Sorry, but if Chris Rock is up on stage, people are bound to get made fun of. That's what he does.
You can't get upset over a fucking
You
joke.
have to expect it.
You can't get upset over a fucking joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a fucking joke.
That's why you don't.
That's
I got a question for you. I got a question for you. Earlier, somebody posted that Jada Pinkett Smith said that Will could not satisfy her sexually. Okay.
What?
So what if Chris was up on the stage and says, "Hey, when we get done with this, why don't you send Jada over? I'll show her how a real man does it." What would that be going over the line?
That would be way
No,
over
it's
the
public
line.
record.
That would be normal Chris Rock.
I still think
Well,
that's
that would
fucking
be over the
funny.
line.
That's comedy. It's comedy.
I would.
It's
That's
not
what I
real.
expected. I expected Chris Rock to do that. That's
It's
what
not
I thought the joke was very tame.
it
to
was
be honest.
clean for Chris. Like the
Yeah,
joke
it
he
was
did
very
to the
clean.
couple.
I mean,
before.
let's be clear.
I didn't
Alopecia
realize
is
until
not a,
I
death
found out she had
disease.
alopecia.
Okay,
that
you
it
just
was-
lose hair. Look, Phil, you have alopecia, and Roman, you're starting to get alopecia.
I'm
getting
lose hair.
real bad.
But we're guys. Hair doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. And she
But
wears
he-
wigs 90% of the time anyway.
Well, even before that, he said, I love you, Jada. I love you. Like he said that to begin with. So he said that before he told the joke. And I thought that was, to me, okay. Here comes something that's gonna offend you. It's gonna be offensive, but
See, that's
just
why
telling you right now, I love you. I love you as a friend, like I would tell you. I would tell anybody. I love you, Phil. I'm sorry you're fat. It's a fucking joke,
See,
right?
the fact that he says that almost seems like they left her out of the loop, so her reaction would be more genuine, and it was just kept secret between them. That's what it seems like to me. I would love to see the producers' faces as that went on.
Well,
If
see,
they were freaking out, then maybe.
because I go back in the 70s because I remember a lot of these roasts, like the Dean Martin roast and stuff like that. Those were
tame,
hilarious.
but they were tame compared to today. Tame.
Well, today they would be considered offensive.
Exactly.
Katie says
Hey,
Rebel
I
Wilson
agree.
did make
When
a
I
joke
think
about
today,
Jada
I'm thinking
cheating on
20
him,
years
and
hours
she
today.
didn't get slapped. Well, maybe she should have. Maybe she should have.
What's that?
Maybe too many people allow too many other people to make fun of them, and they shouldn't be. I mean,
They've been doing it for freaking ever, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we've
but
been
that's
fighting.
just what they do. They go. Those comedians. They go up there.
And we've been taking up arms forever when someone insults you. If you have the ability, or like the movie My Bodyguard, the kid who can't fight back for himself, get someone to fight for him, right?
What would have been as sexy as fuck is if Jada Pinkett Smith got up and walked up on the stage and smacked him in the face.
That would have been more believable.
That would have been cool.
That would have been awesome. Just Jada, just go up there and just her tiny little ass just smacking him in the fucking face.
So we love it if she does it, but if he does it, it's wrong.
Well, I mean,
it's more believable.
It would be believable if she did it.
What's wrong with no? We're just talking violence.
It would have been fine if Jada slapped him with an open hand. But if I'm Will Smith and I'm actually up there defending, and I honestly believe I'm defending my wife's honor, I'm gonna clock that motherfucker's jaw to his left goddamn ear. I am not gonna open hand slap that motherfucker.
Yeah. It was like
I'm not gonna do that.
He's like he was told, I just got fresh Botox and a facelift, and my scars are still fresh back here. Don't punch me. Just open.
I'm gonna knock his jaw up in his left
He
ear.
had silicone squirt out of his lip or something. I don't know.
But see, that's where you and I in the situation might actually. I mean, I wouldn't slap anybody. Trust me. If I'm going to get it physical with someone, nowadays, especially from my side, I'm going to grab a hold of him, motherfucker, and I'm going to beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, just slam him
I
on
ain't
the fucking
I ain't got to
face.
punch him one. I ain't got to punch him one time because they could get away and come back, and then I'd be tired. So I'm going to grab a hold of a motherfucker, take him down to the ground, and beat the hell out of him.
but he's at the Oscars, so he thought he could get away with it.
He could
He
get
just
away with a slap.
open-handed smacked him in the face. If he uppercutted Chris Rock and knocked him the fuck out, like that would have changed his whole fucking career path. He's still got options, right? Just because he open hand smacked somebody, so he's still got career options. But if he had gone up there and just fucking uppercutted that guy to the mouth, but I mean, again, I go back to what I said to begin with. These guys have so much fucking money. Who the hell cares? Who the hell cares what he does? Who the hell cares? This guy can sit down for the rest of his life. He doesn't have to get up tomorrow morning and go to work. He's got his shit set. I mean, he's not. These guys aren't living the life that we're living. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
Vanessa.
Well,
Sticks
you
and
gotta
stones. I
really-
agree. Yeah, I agree.
You know, you can only
I
take
agree.
so much bullshit from someone.
I'm sorry,
No.
but sticks and stones, dude.
I'm sorry, but sticks and stones.
All I'm
I can see assaulting somebody because they are coming at you and you have to defend yourself and whatever, and that's
And
great.
that's
and
not
whatever.
even
Like,
an assault.
if they
That's
start it,
standing up for
you
yourself.
finish it. That's
Mhm.
great. Like I was raised that way, whatever. But like somebody comes up and somebody calls you a name, you're gonna slap them. Eventually, your hands are gonna get fucking tired.
no, but that's what
No,
that's
your hands
not
aren't
even
going to get
what I'm
tired. 'Cause
saying.
guess what? You'll be known as a motherfucker that if someone says something to you, get their teeth knocked out.
But the
I'm not
thing
raising
is,
my hand for something
I
that
wouldn't
petty. Is all
even
I'm
go
saying.
there to start with. But if I felt like I needed to, it wouldn't be an open hand slap. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't even have went up there. But
Well, let's put it in this way: if Will Smith literally was beating the crap out, they would have just cut the feed, say, "Hey,
Well,
that's it."
yeah.
Nobody would see it.
He went up, smacked him, turned around, went back to his seat.
Yeah,
You know. And they were saying
and you gotta
that
also
California
understand.
could press charges against the guy. They could have had the police come in. They could have handcuffed him and taken him away for assault. Chris Rock doesn't have to press charges.
No,
No.
no. I mean, like I said, let's put it this way: let's say all of a sudden, if Will Smith was beating the crap out of him, and then you see Chris Rock doing the same thing to Will Smith, it's like, okay, they would just totally cut the fee, go to commercial, and later on let everything settle down, and then come back.
You want me to believe it? Press charges, send him to jail. I'll believe it.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Alec Baldwin shot a person and is still walking around, dude. He
Exactly,
didn't go to
right?
jail for slapping somebody.
Hey, Al, that happened. That happened here in Santa Fe, and they're
Right.
still trying to prosecute him.
Yeah. It's funny if we did that,
Right.
that'd be the end of it.
Shit.
Well, yeah.
oopsie.
Oh, and another thing about Alec Baldwin is he's blaming the gun, not the person who shot the gun. It's you're at fault for having a loaded weapon on a set. You don't check it, and then when you fire it, you're more responsible on that.
Ah, it's funny, Gary. I like
I
that.
like that one, Gary.
Yeah, me too.
The Fresh Prince will be popular in
too.
jail.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although he did
Getting jiggy with
train
it.
pretty hard for that Muhammad Ali movie, so he might be able to throw some punches. What's up, Kane? How you doing, man?
It's kind of the same thing. Nobody knew who what's her name was Taylor Swift was until Buddy ripped the award out of her hand on stage.
We knew who Taylor
Oh no,
Swift
no, no!
was.
That was Kanye West.
Kanye, yeah.
Who he
Yeah,
said
but I'm
Beyonce
saying,
should have
like,
won.
she was already winning Artist of the Year or Video of the
Yeah.
Year, so people knew who she was before she did that.
Yeah, but not worldly, really. I didn't know who she was. A lot of,
That's because you're Canadian.
I guess.
Well, I mean, you got to realize that some of these awards always end up being staged one way or the other.
Vanessa goes, so all it takes for you to choose beating on someone is someone calling you an MF. No, me personally, I'm pretty good with fighting back with words. I can usually come back with quick whip and whatnot, and I'm going to piss someone else off. And we might get an altercation because the person isn't quick-witted enough back. We get an altercation. But I'm a lot like Will Smith, where you don't fuck with my wife and you don't fuck with my kids. I may have differences of opinion with my wife, and I may have differences of opinions with my kids. But that's my wife, that's my kids. You fuck with my wife and you fuck with my kids, you're fucking with me, and that's when I change.
Well, I don't want my husband to fight for me.
Well, that's fine.
I want him to be in control of himself.
So,
But would you get that upset if you were in like an open relationship, a Hollywood relationship, and all that stuff? Would you really get that upset?
I don't know.
The open relationship.
I've never been in one.
Don't want to be in an open relationship.
We would do that for our wives because they're our wives, and anybody looks at them and touches them, and we're right in their face. These Hollywood people, she goes on the set and makes out with 10 guys for a paycheck.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like somebody dating or married to a porn star. You know, you have to have a certain mindset just to have that relationship, even with a Hollywood person, to know that, oh, my wife's going off to film a movie and possibly get in bed with George Clooney and bang the crap out of him and then come home. You know, you got to be okay with that stuff. Like how, I just don't understand how we can get that far with the G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah. Well, Tuna says, did Will Smith bully Chris Rock because he has more power? No, Will Smith did what he did because Chris Rock is that little guy that's all got the quick whip. He's a comedian, but he's also a bully with his words. When you can sit up there and you can, what does a bully do? Everybody gets behind a bully, and a bully makes fun of a person. And why is the other person behind the bully? Because they don't want to be the one bullied on the other end. So that's what Chris Rock does. He gets up there and makes fun of people. He gets up there and he goes over the edge with some of his jokes and everything else because he knows that nobody can do anything about it. Well, you know what?
He's also a skinny little pussy that can't protect himself.
Exactly.
Everybody knows this about Chris Rock. So, like, why would you want to get physical with this guy? I mean, it'd be like Phil, you and me meet in a parking lot. You're a much bigger man than me. I'm probably gonna, just tuck tail and run away. I'll talk a lot of shit. Okay, I'll talk a lot of shit up front, and I guarantee I can out shit talk you. But at the end of the day, I'm running away. I'm sprinting the fuck out of there, and I'm like, no, I don't really want to fucking get into this battle with this guy. I think it's kind of stupid. I think it's for Will Smith to step up, man up, and all of a sudden for his wife and do this show of manliness or whatever he did for his wife. And just
right now,
I see people making fun of tonight's awards all over because I can see the next time you get someone up at any awards show that's up there, they're gonna have. I mean, it would be funny as shit is you have some kind of big dude behind him, and like you look at the registry, it's like before we get started, is Will Smith out there by chance? And then when he's not, it's like, all right, let's go on with tonight's show, So I can see how they're going to take this and twist it around and have fun with it and everything else. And you know what? Because he's done what he did, he's got to suck it up. But
see the way this is how these people at Hollywood they cheat on everybody. Their wives, their husbands, they're always cheating one way or the other. They lie.
I think their marriages are contracts. I think they sign a 5-year contract that they have to stay with this person, and after 5 years, it's in their contract they can leave. I don't believe marriages are real in Hollywood. You think
he's been with
Jada
Pinkett Smith since like 1994. Like
most of these Hollywood, they never see each other. They're either filming. Why would you get married and then you live in a huge mansion, and then when you are at home, you never see each other? It just sounds like a contractual marriage to me.
So see, now Roger's making a point here. Roger says, just like when Phil made fun of my speech, yes, I got upset, but I did not bitch slap him. We're good. And to me, at that point in time of mine and Roger's friendship, I thought it was at a point where I could give him a hard time like a friend, because Roger's been to my house and Roger's been on YouTube as long as I've been on YouTube, and I felt, and I may have overstepped my buddiness, I guess. I felt like I could say what I said, and he was my buddy. I razz him and give him a hard time. I give Sam a hard time. I give everybody up here, pretty much, it's been my friend. I give him a hard time, and I felt that it was okay. Well, I found out at a later time that it wasn't okay and it hurt his feelings, and I felt bad. I never intend when I joke around with my friends because they joke back with me, right? I mean, I usually when I'm joking with someone, they feel like they can joke back, and I tell people I work with, we give each other a hard time. My intention when I give you a hard time back, it's never one-sided. It's never to hurt anybody's feelings. It's never to make someone feel little.
Well, see,
that's exactly what comedians do on stage. It's not to physically hurt anybody.
It's friendly banter.
It's their job. It's a banter. And because somebody gets upset and goes up and bitch slaps somebody, and I think the bitch slap, I seriously think everybody's saying I'd go up and punch him in his face. I think the bitch slap is more disrespectful and makes a point better than a fist to the face ever does.
Well, I think a fist to the face would have been assault, and it would have been taken.
Oh, I mean, this is still assault. It's still assault.
They're both assault. Yeah.
And you can be prosecuted the same for both. But what I'm saying, all I was saying is, if it were real, if this whole thing were dead fucking real, and I were gonna go up there and do it, it would have been a different show. If I felt that strongly that I had to go up there and do this, I would have knocked that fucker's jaw off the side of his head.
Especially if you knew the most powerful people in the world were watching you.
Well, maybe when he got up out of his seat, he was going to punch him in the jaw. Maybe by the time he got up to him, he got himself to the point where, you know what? I'm just going to give him a slap. I mean, I don't think he was in his right mind, period. I think he saw red, which us guys sometimes do, right? We have that almost out-of-body experience where we see red and we do things that maybe we wouldn't normally do in front of people that we wouldn't normally do it in front of, right?
I gotta tell you, OG-san and I should be best friends. Because holy shit, everything that comes out of OG-san's mouth is biblical. It's wonderful. And that guy's awesome. Anyway,
OG-san is awesome, dude.
Chris Rock officially apologized, and to show his regret, he offered to fuck Will Smith's wife.
Where'd you see that?
Not on our bald head.
That ain't right.
That answer is.
I even posted about it earlier. I said I don't care about the Will Smith thing at all. These memes are fire. Carry on.
Yeah, I love them.
And I've been laughing all day long.
Oh, there's going to be.
Well, that's all you're going to start seeing is all these memes about it, and then you see little videos of
Hey,
Chris
Act,
Rock's.
is this what you were reciting?
That is correct.
I think that's what you were reciting, wasn't it?
That's it.
Even Phil posted a meme about the whole punch thing with Biden.
Oh yeah, that was the one I put out today, and I had to do it about one of my coworkers. He's the one that I razzed, but he razzes right back. He's our Biden slappy at work, so he's like one of like 20 of us guys.
Like a Biden supporter.
No.
Oh,
that's the one I made today. That's got Biden in it, and then of course I did my my coworker. I forgot where it goes. There you go.
Yeah, I see it.
You voted for Biden, so.
Oh man.
See, that's
Hey,
what a lot
Gil.
of people are
Good to
going to
see
make
you,
is
Gil
those
Skills.
memes about.
Gil Skills, what's up, man?
Yeah, nice to see you, buddy.
Hey, Gil Skills.
I mean, and Gil's like, and context matters. I mean, there's all sorts of things, I don't know. Again, I am I am old school. Again, I have not gotten in a physical altercation in a really long time, and I've never had to get in a physical altercation. I've shouted at people. I've gotten in, but I have never had to get physical with anybody. But
you want to come to Colorado? Let's have some fun.
There you go.
Let's mix it.
Like
Stang.
okay.
Rob!
Hey, Bob.
Phil! What's going on?
Hey, Gil.
Good, man. How you doing?
Right? Yeah.
These
I don't know if
things
anybody's
aren't
talked
my
about
own
this week or
anyway.
not, about Jada Pinkett, but this might add a little context to the whole discussion here.
Okay.
I think one of the main reasons Will did what he did was because Jada has a condition. I don't know if you guys knew this, but it's alopecia. Yeah.
Alopecia.
And it affects hair growth, and you lose hair with that disease, that condition, and it obviously affected her. So I think he honestly defended his honor. Or her honor, excuse me. I don't think he stated it at all.
Yeah. No, we do know about the alopecia and the fact that she's been losing hair for 4 years, and Chris Rock.
But I mean, if you think about it, though, I mean that joke was kind of over the line. You got.
Yes.
You're making
all
it
this,
based on a disease. You know what I mean? That's like making a joke about.
It's not like she has AIDS, dude. She's going bald in spots.
Hey,
It's not AIDS.
To a woman, to a woman, losing your hair is a big deal. To a woman, losing a breast,
And
or
I
losing your
understand
breast
that, but
are
that
a
is
big
not a
deal.
reason for someone to go assault somebody.
Yeah.
That's it's not.
Thank you.
Well, if let's say all of a sudden it changes in different ways, because, like I said, this cancel culture is like running rapid in Hollywood, and they're canceling a lot of these comedians, and they're going to probably end up canceling Chris Rock for that joke, and it's a harmless joke, and it's like a lot of people
I don't know
understand
about cancel culture. I think he got canceled upside the face.
See, I'm kind of.
I think he got what he deserved. I think he stepped over the line a little too far. You know, like you guys said, they're rich. They know each other. They have each other's numbers. I mean, come on, really.
Probably good.
You know,
friends.
from one rich
I don't
guy
think
to
they are
another,
good
you dissed my wife, and you got what was coming to you on live television.
And
Okay,
I
that's
don't,
why I
and
think
I
it's
don't
fake,
think they
just
are good
because.
friends.
I
Because if they
just-
were good friends, I don't think he'd have gone up there and did that. I think there has been some little things here and there that have been said that have never been discussed man to man, so they've never talked about it. So in the past, it's when things were said. He's never gone to Chris Rock and said, "Hey, motherfucker, take my wife's name out of your mouth before a night like tonight, or take my kids or whatever." He's never confronted him before with this, and I think he saw red.
See, there was a lot of walking.
I mean, at this point, he confronted them, and he's got the world as a witness.
He had a lot of time. That's why I don't believe it was real, because that's a long walk. That was a long walk up the stage, and I agree with Groovy. If he was there and you were able to cool down enough to slap the guy, you were cool enough to go, like Groovy said, walk up, shake his hand, and be like, whisper in his ear and say, "Hey, man, not right now. Can you please apologize?" And that would have been cool.
Yep.
And he had a long walk back. So he had a long walk up the stage to think about it. All right. No, but he still hit him. And then he had a long walk back to keep it going at a C.
Yep.
He definitely saw
I
red.
want to
I'm
hit
not
out.
saying what he did was right, but
By the way, I have to apologize. I was saying OG Son earlier, and I meant Groovy. I meant this guy right here.
Oh, me? We look so much alike.
Yeah, they're commonly confused for one another.
You
I know one of them short, has a red beard.
I thought maybe Jimmy was texting you or something there, Roman. I was like, what's going on here?
But it's funny because between Groovy and OG San, I mean, everything you guys say, I completely agree with. Like, I'm at home with. I think that we should be good friends for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well,
I want to hit out, guys.
We were agreeing on
Hi,
a lot
Robert.
of
Have a
things
good night,
last
Robert.
night.
Robert.
But there's one topic I'm going to stay off of tonight that I did not agree with, but that's okay.
Well, what are you flirting with?
Yeah. Like you literally.
Why you hold it back, Phil?
Oh, they talked about it last night on their stream because it'll get me mad again.
Oh,
Wait,
fair enough.
what?
Nothing.
What are we talking about?
Something
Topic at the end of your live stream.
Oh, the topic that's going to be the entirety of next Drunk Philosophers. Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, I can't be there.
Part 2.
Yeah, no. Well, they got,
gonna be
we got,
good.
and I don't want to start
break down
talking about
walls.
it tonight because I don't want to end this, but
Pussy,
pussy,
pussy.
and
I agree. Let's
I'm
not
not
do
and I'm not a very religious person, but I do believe there's a God. So
Nah, there's something that created all of us. But
So-
beyond that, you can take it wherever you want.
yeah. So
But something created all of us. I mean, there's concrete under my feet. I mean, it may be man-made, but something made the man that made that.
I'm going to get into this. I don't want to get into this, but
No.
people read lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots
Phil,
and
we're
lots
not
of books,
getting into it. You said
and
we're
they
not getting into it.
choose to believe all these other books, but they can't read that book and believe it
As it's unfolding in front of your face.
I don't believe any book. I don't believe any book. I don't believe anything. All I believe is my friends and my people that I love, and you guys are all
I
part
love
of
you
that.
guys.
So, I mean, that's all that really matters, man. We got to take care of each other. We got to stay together, and that's what any book of any religion will teach you. You know, just be fucking good to each other, man, and that's all that matters. Don't judge each other. Enjoy hot stuff. I mean, I think that's in the Bible.
It is. It says, "Go thee
I tell
forth
you that Peach Reaper is
and take the chili pepper to the tongue, and bear witness to the awesomeness."
Oh, I think they said that when I was baptized.
You know how you make holy water? You take regular water and you
And bless
boil
it.
the hell out of it.
Yeah.
It's the worst dad joke
How
ever.
do I get shit on my lips? Damn it!
You guys want to know one of the best things in life?
What's up,
My
Daddy?
my stepdaughter just stepped in the garage and said, "Do you want anything from Dairy Queen?"
Oh man, you should have asked her for a belt buster combo with a Butterfinger Blizzard.
I knew you'd have an answer, Groovy. I knew
Yeah,
you'd
okay,
have an answer
Groovy.
right off the bat. That's fucking
Flamethrower.
awesome.
That's the best burger there.
Love each other and feel the burn.
Oh shit. Okay, give me that order again, because I'm gonna go yell at her.
It's a belt buster combo with a Butterfinger Blizzard. That's what you need.
Belt buster combo.
Yeah, that's a double meat patty burger. Because you got the Hunger Buster, which is a single meat patty, then you got the Belt Buster combo, which is a double meat.
So you need the belt buster combo with what?
A Butterfinger Blizzard.
Sounds good.
Those are my favorite. I like the Butterfinger ones, and I like the. Oh, come on, help me out here.
I like the tropical blizzard with the pineapple and the coconut and the banana. That's like my favorite.
That's gay.
I love
Tell them to make sure they turn that shit upside down. Make sure, or else you get it for free.
Anyways, it's not gay, Bounty.
Cookies and cream all the way. I always love cookie dough. Cookie dough is so good.
Oh, I just ate some cookie dough ice cream. Like
Yeah, your eyes are starting to water there.
Tearing up a little bit.
Haagen-Dazs.
Phil,
cookie dough.
I bet you could go for a Butterfinger Blizzard right now. That would probably feel pretty good.
Well,
now.
I mean, right now a Butterfinger Blizzard would be bad because it would just smother this. You gotta, you know
it
how
would
I
taste
am.
so good.
You gotta ride out the burn.
Fucking online ordering, you can't get. There's no belt buster on the online ordering app.
You tell your daughter and she orders it.
What? No. Now see, this is where Katie and I really differ on a lot of things. The pumpkin pie blizzard. Are you kidding me?
Oh god.
It's like sex in your mouth. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, I'm not
Katie,
getting
when's
that
you coming
belt
up?
buster combo. I'm not getting it. It's not happening. Apparently, it doesn't exist. I don't know.
Oh come on. If it didn't exist, then why did Groovy give you the order?
Because you can go in the store and order it, but it's not on
That's
the app.
not bad, but if it has like a cinnamon crust, I like a cinnamon pie crust. I've never been a big pumpkin pie guy, so now an apple pie blizzard. There you go.
Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
Ahoy, Kathy.
I said hi to Kathy.
She's cooking right now. Hey, Kathy.
Kathy the Bates.
Strawberry rhubarb pie blizzard.
Strawberry rhubarb. I've never been a big rhubarb guy either.
I ordered the
Rhubarb
Oreo
like,
blizzard. Let's just give me an Oreo blizzard.
I don't think anyone
Rhubarb,
is a
yeah.
rhubarb person. I think it's why they always put strawberry with it.
But we can all agree Scorbits are delicious in
Apple
every
pie.
kind of ice cream.
I think Ruby's right. It's kind of like spinach and artichoke dip. You know, you put artichoke with the spinach.
Right.
Or the spinach with the artichoke.
All these desserts tend to, you got to be careful about your blood sugar too.
We're talking about ice cream here, and somebody mentioned spinach and artichoke. Where's your mind at?
Right?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
That's
Won't
the
that
guy
work
right
in a
underneath.
ice
My mind put it in ice cream, and I went, ew.
Physical health is really critical to me.
Yeah, right?
Artichoke. Rib for her pleasure.
He just replaces calories that he would eat with calories he'll drink.
Fact.
Well, a lot of carbs in beer, man. A lot of carbs.
A lot of carbs. Well, that's why I broke down and did what Jody did. I've been drinking a lot of those Centennial IPAs, a shit ton of those. When I actually looked at the what they were 250 calories, which isn't bad for a beer. It's more than double what a light beer is, but there were 20 grams of carbs in each one of those beers, and that's a day's worth of carbs. And I was sitting down here, having a few. So
A few. We had
Roger,
a lot.
Roger,
We had a lot.
So
all right, folks, I'm jumping off. Thanks for having me. Great discussion,
oh,
Phil.
Max, thanks for coming
Always.
hanging out, man.
Always.
See you later, X. Now enjoying.
You never had a blizzard, Roger? Come on. Dairy Queen. Yeah, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Blizzard, Oreo Cookie Blizzard, all of them.
Come on, Roger.
Even McDonald's at one time is making their own version of them.
Well, see, the thing is, if you get a blizzard and they turn it upside down, then you know it's really good.
Right.
Well, if they don't turn it upside down, it's free.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
They have the McFlurry.
Look
McDonald's
at
had the
Jerry
McFlurry.
Jason. I finally have my first dragon.
Look,
smoke
totally
over the
different.
weekend. Nice beer, Jason.
Who we gotta have to pee?
Oh yeah. All right, so now we're off the Chris Rock thing.
Talking about food.
Well, I'm just saying, it doesn't really matter.
No, we're not. What are you talking about?
There you go. Make your own Reaper
We're not doing
Blizzard.
that. When that guy took that punch like a champ, that guy was like, "Yeah, all right, I got my bitch slapped."
I think
I'm
we
gonna be all right.
we already done with that, Roman.
You tell him, Russell.
About 30 minutes, Phil. For me.
What's that?
For me. I said I
30
got about
minutes?
a half hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go over your place for sure. So
I just need to know if I need to push it back
no,
because I can. Okay. All right.
no.
I got to run, guys. It was good seeing y'all.
See you, Gil.
man.
Much
Feel
love,
about-
my friend. Miss you, dude.
Really should be online at times.
Yeah.
The chocolate
Roger double dip
cone.
cone. Now, see, that was one of the things when I was a kid. I would go to those places and I would get the cherry dip. But whenever it was warm outside, man, you couldn't get halfway through that. It's already starting to seep through the coating on those. That's why you probably got the double dip. Ooh. So what are we doing? What are we doing in here?
He's probably peeing.
Yeah, it's a good thing he muted because had he not been muted, we'd all been peeing right there with him.
Let's just act like he didn't mute. So when he comes back, we're like, again?
Yeah, let's
Jody,
do that.
really,
He
man?
probably already heard us anyway.
Well, I'm sure he's still hearing us.
Oh, damn it. He probably does hear us.
Look at all that cheap ass bourbon he's got on the shelf, man. I thought.
Sounds like he's got ESPN playing in the background or something.
Something like that. Oh.
No, it's not him. His mic is muted. Like
My
his
son is
StreamYard
talking
mic
in the
is muted.
background.
Oh, so we're listening to like Bob the Builder or something. What do kids? What do kids watch these days? I don't know what kids even watch these days.
My mic was muted.
You could hear us.
Are you sure?
Yep, I know. I just unmuted it.
Are you that? No.
But he could hear us.
Mm-hmm. I took
Sit
my
down,
week
Fulton.
with it.
Be cool. What's up, Fulton?
Hello, Phil.
How you doing, man?
Nothing much. I've been busy.
Really cracking up there now.
Yeah.
Did okay. I'm just trying to do some like exercises or anything, but
Sweet Katie, I look forward to it.
Fulton,
got a lot of pain.
you are really cracking up real bad.
What exercises? What are you talking about?
yeah. Well, my back's been hurting a lot lately, Phil, and I
And
just
the dog
don't
just
know.
looks his camera.
Did the doctor tell you to do some exercises?
We're taking her to get a surgery tomorrow. I have to get up at 7 a.m.
What?
tomorrow.
There's a spade. She getting spayed.
7 a.m.
Oh, the dog. Damn, I can't make out a word he's saying.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
he's
cracking up, man.
Yeah, Fulton,
You
you
gotta do
really
something
are
here,
cracking
Fulton.
up
Sorry,
bad.
bro.
We can understand what you're saying at times.
Matt J. Jody was watching Disney Channel while pissing. Were you watching the Disney Channel while you were peeing?
Was I? I don't know. I don't remember. It must have been Ariel under the sea because all I saw was water and splash.
Oh.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna head out. I gotta watch my NCIS.
They're dropping like flies.
Y'all have fun.
All right, Russell. Have a good night, man.
Yeah.
Later, Raven. What's up, Mayberry?
What's up, man?
Poof.
Mayberry's in the house. What's up, Mayberry?
Yeah, Fulton needs a new headset, is what
Fulton
he
needs
needs.
to do something.
And maybe some new internet.
Yep.
And a phone and a
I
computer.
don't know. I don't have great internet right now, and I don't think I'm cracking.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be damn if he went live and wanted to have people up and he was all crackly and whatnot.
Twisted, you sound almost as good as your picture looks.
Somebody's getting a little frisky.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, so, Phil, how's work been? Seriously. Back to reality.
Back to reality. Actually, right now at my work, I'm leading the board this month, so I'm actually kind of happy and kind of frustrated because I wanted to, these last 4 days to be full of doing what I did the first 4 weeks of the month, and I don't have a lot scheduled these last 4 days. So, but the first 4 weeks of the month were good. So yeah, I'm happy about things going. We need inventory, man. Inventory makes all the difference in the world. But you gotta, it's like anything. You gotta adapt what you do to what the situation is in this business, or you're like some of the guys in my dealership that are selling 5 cars a month, and they're just they're not doing what they need, what they should be doing in order to get paid.
Right now, how do you feel about it? Like, so I got a sales guy that I've worked with like 5 or 6 times, right? And he didn't show up to work the day I showed up at the dealership, and I wanted to buy my car. So how do you feel about that guy that stole the car? You know what I'm saying? That sold the car to your customer. It's been your customer multiple times, and you just happen to be on vacation that day. But that guy sold the car to a new guy.
It happens in our business. you never like it as a salesperson, right? The big thing as a salesperson is making sure that you're in communication with your people, so they're not coming in on your day off. Now, again, it happens. It happens that someone, they might come in for service or whatever. Think, when I go in there for service, I'm going to go in and see my sales guy, and their sales guy is not there, and oh yeah, no, Phil's not here. Blah 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 blah. Now, some people would like kind of blow the customer off and say, well, he'll be back tomorrow or whatever. And, then the customer will be like, all right, well, I'll call him later this week or whatever. And then some people are like, hey, you know what? I'm here now and I want to kind of do something.
Well, that's a question. Is there do you, as a salesman, do you demand like, no, this is my customer. I want to talk to him tomorrow. I want to show the car tomorrow.
If you cannot put my customer off a day for me, and my customer doesn't want to wait a day for me, if my customer that I've sold 6 cars to comes in on my day off, and I didn't know he was going to be there, and he didn't communicate with me that he was going to be there, and he comes in there and he buys a car, and he came in there and bought a car. There's nothing I can do. I mean, he wasn't faithful enough to me to say, all right, I'll come back on a later date, or
maybe he couldn't get another day off. Maybe he didn't. Maybe it didn't even mean anything.
And it happens. I hate it when it happens. Trust me, I hate it when it happens, and it sucks and it hurts. But it happens. It happens. I think the longer you're in the business, the less. Now, the worst part about it is when someone does some shit behind your back. One of your fellow salesperson does some shit behind your back. And they're working some stuff, and you find out, and then you can track through the computer the communication. You're like, yeah, motherfucker, you knew what you were doing. You knew all along what you were doing.
Right.
So I have a situation with a girl I work with. I don't really care for her much anymore because someone that I was working with, not even one of my previous customers, someone I was working with, and I had talked to a few times, finally came in the dealership on the last day of the month. No notes in the system, and she sold this person the car. Now, of course, obviously the person wasn't committed to me, but it looks sneaky because no notes in the system, no nothing, and then suddenly the person out of the blue comes in last day of the month and buys a car. So I called her out on it. Now, of course, she gives me an email where the customer says I didn't reply back to something, but that was like 4 days before the customer came in and bought. So she purposely, is what I think, purposely didn't put any notes in the computer because she knew what she was doing and was just going to go around the system. So it's like, I don't have to talk to everybody I work with.
Right. That's the end of that relationship.
It's not a requirement. I mean,
but you really don't have to talk to them.
No. And the funny part is I talked to her today because one of a web lead came in for this person, but she didn't do anything with it. And then the other person is a husband and wife with different last names. And when I took a deposit on an incoming vehicle, I went over to her and said, hey, just so you know, and I could read her notes in the computer too. I said, this person that you said their voicemail box is full, that person called with the wife's information, put a deposit on this vehicle. So I'm letting you know, so you don't think I'm doing anything sneaky behind your back, and letting you know that I took a deposit on an incoming vehicle. So, and I purposely told her that way, I'm not doing anything sneaky, where she kind of knows that I was kind of letting her know that, I felt she did.
Yeah, she doing shit sneaky.
Exactly. Yeah. You let her know you knew what she knew. Yeah.
Yeah. And she knew. So she knew what she did.
And now I know that you know that I know that you know.
Right. That's fucked up.
Type shit.
Yeah. That's always been this business. It's always been this business where you wind up with someone else's customer. You might not necessarily. The biggest problem with people is the customers aren't loyal. If the customers are loyal, you got no problems, right? Customer knows they're talking to you. They only talk to you. You're all good to go. It's when the customers aren't loyal that the stupid shit winds up happening between the salespeople. So.
Now, when I went to buy my camper trailer, we talked to somebody, and I don't remember his name now, but at the time, let's say it was Scott, right? Well, whatever. It wasn't, but let's say it was. So I went in, and my wife and I went in, and we talked to Scott. And then we went back later, and we're like, "Yeah, we want to secure this camper." Well, he wasn't there, and they're like, they had already told us, "Yeah, but it's a hot commodity right now. If you don't put like," and we're like, "Yeah, but this is the guy we were working with. We had his card." No, no, no. I got you. I got you. And no, he'll get the credit, and all this. So we were just trying to and we ended up buying it that day because once they start the paperwork, you go through the whole thing. Come to find out, he didn't get it.
Yep. They lied to you, and it
Yeah.
happened.
I mean, we tried to be loyal.
Yep.
Yep.
It happened because again, people are in this business are snakes. They are.
Yep.
They'll take every opportunity. And I'll be honest with you, there have been incidences where I did look at something and says, you know what? This person ain't done what they're supposed to. This person isn't following up with the customer. This person isn't doing this. This person isn't doing that. And I've gone ahead and taken care of somebody because by the rule of law where we work, there's a certain way you're supposed to handle things. And if you're not handling things that way, if I were to go up to the desk and ask the boss would flip it right over to me, let me deal with it anyways. But it happens. It all happens.
Yeah. Well, as a customer, if you aren't shaking the hand of the person, you aren't fucking through the entire process, and you are fucking up as a customer. And I think that's important too. I think it's important to be a good customer as much as it is to be a good fucking car salesman. I really think that being a good customer is huge, and I think it helps. And I think it moves the whole process along. And actually, I've saved a lot of money.
You're gonna do better if you keep with the same person. And when a problem actually arises, you got someone that isn't just going to say "fuck it." You were just one sale, right?
Right.
You got someone that's going to look after you. And
Somebody
there's
to hold
people
accountable.
in this business. So many people in this business that aren't at the same dealership very long, isn't even in the same business very long. They're going to sell you one car, and the next time you go in there 3 years later after your lease is done, they're gone. They're somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I think people like having someone when they walk into the dealership for service, they can go up and talk to their sales guy. Their sales guy follows up with them. The sales guy does this, their sales guy does that. I mean, that's how, especially at my age, you get a book of business of people, I'm 53 years old, about to be 54 years old. I get a lot of repeat and referral business. Yeah, I get people that walk through the door, and yeah, I get people that inquire on internet or on the phone that I sell as well. But I get a book of business of people who keep coming back to me and sending their friends and family members. And that's how you, instead of selling 10 cars a month or 15 cars a month, that's how you sell 20, 25, or 30. So treating people right.
Yep. I never thought I'd be friends with a car salesman.
I never thought I'd be a car salesperson. I never thought I'd be a salesperson. When someone said I should, when I got out of the fast food business, and someone said, "Hey, you should come on to my job. I sell hot tubs and fireplaces. I think you'd be good at it." And I went down there. I said, "No way! I don't want to be a salesperson." I thought of literally. I could tell you, the thought that went through my mind when he mentioned that was, I thought that a salesperson was the same as a politician,
right,
or a lawyer, someone you couldn't trust.
Good night, Roger.
Good night, Roger. So I didn't want to be a salesperson when I got into the business. However, that year I was on a salary to make $27,000. Now this is way back in 1993 or 94.
Yeah.
And to me, that was a decent salary. Yeah. 6 months into that year, I switched jobs and started selling, and I gave myself a $4,000 raise. So I made $4,000 more than I would have that last 6 months. And then in sales, it just kept building from there. And it wasn't like, I don't think I've gotten any sales tactics. I don't think I've got any, someone tells me, what's your top 10 closes? I don't have top 10 closes. What are you fucking talking about? You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's always the weak one. If I could lower the price down of this, would you take delivery right now? That's not a top 10. That's a weak close. You're willing to give away all your profit and all your commission to get a sale right now. That's weak as shit. So, but No, it's about treating people right. And I try to be transparent with people, as transparent as I can be with people, and just let them know what's going on. And I turn the computer monitor their way, right? So what I'm doing on the computer, they can see what I'm doing. And when they can see it, they're more likely to trust you. So many places you go to get a car, you're like, yeah, I'd like to get some lease and purchase payments. And they, 10 minutes later, they come back, they slap a piece of paper down in front of you and says, there you go. And it's like, well, how did you come up with those numbers? Did you this? Did you that? And, people don't know how you come up with numbers on the piece of paper. Then, of course, they're going to negotiate, right? That's exactly what they're going to do because
you better show your goddamn screen to me. You better show your goddamn screen to me. I want to see every part of this, man. This is my life.
Yeah. And absolutely. And we should all be doing that in our neck of the woods because everybody, when you're selling GM in the metro area of, Detroit, everybody either qualifies for employee price or supplier price. And part of that is you're supposed to show them their price in the quote that they're getting. And to me, it's just easier. And I'm explaining everything as I go along through the process and explaining what we're doing, showing them how I come up with the numbers, how I come up with the rebates, and show everybody everything. And, it works, and then people will fib to you. Customers will fib to you. So, well, I got it for X number of dollars less than another place. Well, did it have all the same? Oh yeah, it had all the same. Oh yeah, did what that? Well, and then you can find out in many cases, or some cases you don't, that they either fibbed or someone fibbed, or the salesperson on the other fibbed to them. That happens a lot. They know salesperson knows you're going to shop no matter what they give you price wise. They lowball you on something that they know they can't do. So when they know you're out there shopping price, that you're going to come back because no one can touch it. And then when you come back there, then they re-explain it to you. I've been in the business a long time and see a lot of crazy ass shit. So
I got a Honda Accord Sport 4,500 less than asking because it was the last year's model still on the lot. Was that a good deal?
I don't know. If you're getting it for $4,500 less, I mean, I would imagine there's some rebates in there.
There was a $1,500 rebate, but I talked them down on it because I was like, there was a last 2021 or 2020 ad.
Yeah, if you can get $4,500 off a Honda Accord, yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah, okay, good. That's what I felt good about it.
Yeah, because the difference between MSRP and probably invoice on a Honda Accord is probably about $2,500 to $3,000.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Plus you got the rebate, so you probably you probably gave the salesperson a mini commission, and there was probably at a dealership level was probably $500 or less profit in that.
Well, they kept telling me that they didn't work on commission. That's the one thing they kept telling me. They did not work on commission. They were all on salary.
Well, I wouldn't believe that either. So
well, I took them at their word and fucked them.
Right.
So, right.
Yeah, because profitability in the car business does matter. Now, I do know places around us that their salespeople make a certain amount of money, and then for all the little add-ons and shit they do, they make extra money, and then depending on how many cars they sell at the end of the money, that's end of the month, that's money. They don't make a commission per se. Based on the gross of the deal, they just make a commission based on getting the deal. Well,
as a personal mechanic, I would make sure you crawl underneath that thing and check all crumple zones and check every little thing, especially the crumple zones.
Especially the crumple zones.
Your four corners of the car. You check your four corners of the car. Number one, and you make sure. You don't see, if you see a sign of rust anywhere, or you see a sign of a bend anywhere, you know that what that car's been through. It doesn't take a fucking computer genius to fucking figure it out.
When I bought this car, it had 8 miles on it.
All right. Well, still 8 miles. I mean, I have teenage daughters. Trust me.
Loading and unloading from a car carrier.
I had a car total with 42 miles on it.
Hey, Fox.
So yeah, I mean, that sounds good, man. Sounds like you get a good deal there.
Has anybody got Sam's link pulled up yet? Because I think Sam's here.
I am here.
If you
Can
want
you not hear me?
Sam, do you have a link?
Well, I didn't see you because
she's got a fresh cup of coffee.
It's been up for a while.
If you want, but it's not in the chat.
Oh, well, fuck. Sorry.
You know, if you want to stick it in the chat.
I can do that. Hang on one second.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
And then I'm gonna end this, go use the bathroom, and I'll come hang out with you for a little while till bedtime.
All right, here we go. I got it. One sec. Copy. Ching, chang, chang. Here's my live link.
They're on Roman.
Donka donka doo. There you go. All right. Well,
there's Samantha Lee's. So, again, I know she's not going live for a couple minutes, so everybody get an opportunity to go to the bathroom or whatever before heading over to Samantha. So, I want to thank y'all for coming up tonight. Sam, Groovy, Bourbon Bounty, Twisted Art Lady, Roman, everybody that was up here tonight. Peggy was hanging out with us. Axe was up here hanging out with us. Oh, yeah. I mean, I like talking about topics that sometimes are popular like this tonight. I know it's not everything spicy, but you could see people are really getting involved, and you really get to see where people's minds are about certain things. What people believe and what people, how people think things should run and operate. And again, I'm old school. I believe in going out schoolyard, 2 kids during recess, beating the hell out of each other, and then being best friends after the
There
fact.
you go. I don't know how many times I fought in school growing up, and we became best friends.
Absolutely. Because then you had respect for one another, right?
Yeah. We knew we had each other's back.
So I love you guys. I want to thank you for being here tonight, and keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy, guys.